Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Aaron Miller, the Food and Beverage Director and Executive Chef of the Mountain Lodge in Telluride, Colorado. Today we'll be exploring the working man's drink, otherwise known as a Paloma. Now, Paloma means dove in Spanish. Now, there is an origin behind this cocktail, and most likely it was invented at a restaurant called La Campella in Tequila, Mexico, by the owner and bartender named Don Javier Delgado Corona. Now, it's one of the oldest tequila cocktails, as it was invented somewhere around 1860. Now, before we get to the cocktail itself, let's talk about the tequila that's going into the cocktail. Today we're going to be using Espolon, one of my favorite brands of tequila. They have a silver, a reposado, an añejo, and an extra añejo. Now, the añejo is one of my favorites, as it was aged for 10 months in American oak and then finished for 2 months in bourbon barrels. So it's got a finish that has hints of caramel, little butterscotch, vanilla. It's absolutely delicious. Now, today though, we'll be using the Reposado, which actually does share some attributes with the añejo. It does have a touch of caramel in the finish. It's got some tropical fruit. It's got some light agave, and it works particularly well in this cocktail. So, now, there are 2 forms of the Paloma. The first, the original, was made with a grapefruit soda. Now, the other, which I enjoy more, is made with grapefruit juice. So, you know what? We're just going to make them both. Right here, right now, so let's just get to it. So, we're going to go ahead, we're going to ice down a Collins, throw it down. Let's ice down a shaker. Although, this first one, we're going to be using a little bit of grapefruit soda. So I'm going to go ahead and pour roughly 2 ounces in. A little more. There we go. 2 ounces. Then we're going to do 1/2 lime, which is approximately right around 1/4 ounce. And just toss that right in here. There we go. Now, we're going to throw a little tequila in it. Now, let's go for about 1.5 ounces of tequila. So, right about there. You pour it right on in. Now, since I'm using soda in it, I'm going to give it a stir, just to cool it off a touch. Okay? And I'm just going to strain it right into some fresh ice. Beautiful. It's exactly what it should look like. Okay, that's number 1. Now, let's go ahead and make one with grapefruit juice. Now, the recipe is very similar, although there is one difference beside the pineapple juice, or rather grapefruit juice. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to give 2 ounces grapefruit juice in. Let's go ahead and do 1.5 ounces of tequila. Let's throw a lime in. Again, roughly about 1/4 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. Now, since I'm using fresh grapefruit juice in this cocktail, I'm gonna add about 1/4 ounce of Agave Nectar to it. Now, we're gonna go ahead and shake this one. Okay. Whoops, I forgot to ice my glass. Okay, so since this is fresh grapefruit juice, I'm going to go ahead and double strain it into the cocktail. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now, as for a garnish, most bartenders will garnish with a lime. I like to echo the primary flavor within the drink, so I'm going to go ahead and garnish it with grapefruit. And just do one of my weeping garnishes. And with the addition of some straws, you're ready to enjoy. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Take care of yourselves and others, and we'll see you in Telluride soon.